Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, PAJ condemns the threats against TVJ journalist Giovanni Dennis. The Press Association of Jamaica has expressed alarm at the widespread threats and abuse against the television Jamaica journalist Giovanni Dennis since his special report highlighting illegal drag racing in Jamaica. In a release, the PAJ condemned the response to the story, which was first aired on Sunday. PAJ President Milton Walker says the association views the threat as an attack on press freedom. He says journalists must be allowed to do their work free from fear and intimidation. The release further notes that the matter has been reported to the police and escalated to the Cybercrime Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The Press Association has called for the police to do all in their power to investigate the threats and to deal with the culprits. Police investigating double murder in Westmoreland. The Major Investigation Division is probing the fatal shooting of two brothers at their home in Bath District, Stratbogie in Westmoreland on Tuesday night. Dead are 34-year-old Leon Glaze and the 31-year-old Cyril Glaze. A third brother was shot and injured during the deadly attack. This is the second of such incidents in the parish in a month. Reports are that about 10:30 p.m., a lone gunman invaded the men's home and opened fire on the occupants. After the shooting subsided, the three brothers were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were transported to hospital, where Leon and Cyril were pronounced dead. The other brother was admitted. His condition is considered serious but stable. On Saturday, May 11, two brothers were shot and killed while playing dominoes at a shop in Burnt Savannah Frome in the parish. The deceased were identified as 44-year-old auto mechanic Damon Powell, otherwise called Donkey Knee, and the 42-year-old businessman Colin Daly, otherwise called Gary, both from the community. A 61-year-old man was also shot and injured in the incident. They were reportedly among a group of men playing dominoes when they were pounced upon and shot by two men who rode up on a motorbike. Up to June 9, the Westmoreland Police Division recorded 50 murders, which is 5 more than the 45 reported over the same period last year. 6 goats found in car trunk recovered in Manchester. Police have recovered 6 goats suspected of being stolen on Wednesday morning in Williamsfield, Manchester. According to police sources, around 1:30 a.m., a Toyota Yaris motorcar was intercepted on the Williamsfield main road. The 6 goats were found in the trunk of the vehicle. Upon the approach of the police, a man reportedly ran from the vehicle. The car, registered to a rental company in Kingston, has been seized. On Monday, head of the Manchester Police, Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, stated that the police have been making progress in combating predatory larceny. In Manchester, there are times when we know when some people are going to strike, and that we know based on the analysis that we do, he said. He mentioned a recent conviction following a confrontation with the police in the Malgully area where cattle were stolen last month. Over in Cottage Malgully, people just came and they decided that they wanted to cut a cow in half and flesh out the calf and just to put it in a vehicle and drive off. Because they brought a cow to Manchester, they didn't, he said. Because they didn't bring any cow to Manchester or rear any here, they can't leave Manchester with any cow. They challenged us. The person has been convicted, so that is swift justice, he added. Former NCB employee ordered to make full restitution as a part of sentencing in fraud case. The sentencing of former National Commercial Bank employee Kadeen Thomas was stood down after presiding Judge Lorna Montague Williams asked that the accused make a full restitution of over $400,000 before the next trial set for June 27. According to Montague Williams, the restitution will be part of Thomas's sentencing to be handed down in the St. Anne Parish Court. Attorney Matthew Hyatt, who is representing Thomas, said his client is prepared to make a full restitution. I can say that Ms. Thomas has US $100,000 so far of the US $400,000, and we will make full restitution in this matter, he said. In February, Thomas had pleaded guilty for fleecing 3 of the institution's customers of millions whilst being a wealth advisor. She admitted to 3 counts of larceny as a servant and 31 counts of uttering forged documents. Thomas was charged under the Cybercrime Act in 2023. It was revealed in court that during her 2-year tenure managing the company's wealth portfolios, she forged the clients' signatures on a debit instrument, then debited their accounts and transferred the funds to several accounts, including hers. The court heard during Wednesday's proceedings that one of the 3 customers who were robbed said she should be locked up and the keys thrown away, while the other 2 said their wish is to not have anything to do with the case. Hyatt made submissions of pleading mitigations and asked that Judge Montague Williams consider a suspended sentence. Custodial sentences are for more serious offenses, but she is not a threat to society or her community. The purpose of that type of imprisonment is to protect the public, but Ms. Thomas has no previous convictions and has not demonstrated a violent nature to then say we must lock up this individual, Hyatt said. The total amount is said to have been stolen by Thomas amounted to Jamaican $74.5 million. Missing 22-year-old last seen at a bar in Clarendon. 22-year-old Ebony Ebanks of Duke Street, Maypen in Clarendon has been missing since Friday, June 7. She is of dark complexion, slim build, and about 165 centimeters or 5 feet 5 inches tall. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 9:50 p.m., Ebony was last seen at a bar in Tollgate, Clarendon, wearing a grey blouse, black skirt, and a pair of black slippers. She has not been heard from since, the police said. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Ebony Ebanks is asked to contact the Maypen police at 876-986-2208, 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. Vybz Kartel's heart now operating at 50% capacity, says lawyer. Attorney Isaac Buchanan has cited Vybz Kartel's medical and psychological conditions among reasons for the Court of Appeal to forego ordering him and his co-accused to undergo a new murder trial. Buchanan told the court that his client is suffering from the autoimmune illness Graves' disease, heart problems, and the mental health issues, which would only get worse if he is to face a retrial. Vybz Kartel, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, along with Andre St. John, Kahira Jones, and Sean Storm Campbell, were charged with the murder of Clive Lizard Williams in 2011. However, they had their convictions quashed by the Privy Council in March this year, and the matter sent back to the Court of Appeal for it to decide whether or not they should be retried. As Day 3 of the proceedings in the Court of Appeal got underway on Wednesday, Palmer's attorney Buchanan cited a medical report from Dr. Karen Phillips dated June 3, 2024, telling the appellate court that his client's heart is only now operating at a 50% capacity. As it relates to Vybz Kartel's mental health issues, Buchanan cited a psychological report stating that the entertainer suffers from anxiety and mental weakness as a result of his arrest and incarceration. Buchanan said his client became ill behind the bars. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.